time. Her body was removed from the house and a
Right.
postmortem determined the cause of death.
Good afternoon, all, and welcome to Cave Hill School of Business and Management webinar on Advanced Project Management Beyond the Basics of Project Management. This afternoon, we're really wanting to give you an idea of the course and the objectives of the program. We'd also like to engage this afternoon with you, one of our industry professionals who, by the way, will be teaching the program, and also to demonstrate, how you become better at what you do now. So the course, as you know, is the Advanced Project Management, and the tagline is Beyond the Basics of Project Management. The course is designed to prepare you to pass the PMP and or the PMI Agile Certified Practitioner, which is PMI ACP. The delivery will be 3-hour sessions for 6 weeks, and you all would have 21 contact hours for training in the Agile practices and 35 hours of formal project management education, which will be really dedicated to those who will be sitting the Pmp exams. Yeah. So the program is scheduled to begin on the 3rd of October and ends on the 9th of November. So with me today is Mr. Elliot Ramukan. So, well, he likes to be called LG, and for me, it's much simpler, actually. So let me give you a little snippet of who he is. Mr. Ramukan is the project manager for Jamaica's cyber program at the Ministry of National Security. He was seconded from Jamaica's central bank and tasked with upgrading the capacity of Jamaica's cybersecurity through cutting-edge defense technology and international cooperation, fostering a cyber-resilient economy. He also chairs the ministry's Project Portfolio Steering Committee. At BOJ, he was responsible for developing the central bank's economic intelligence and data management capabilities in the Research and Economic Programming Division. He has also been the recipient of BOJ's Outstanding Award of Excellence and an awardee of BOJ's Strategic Planning Competitions. He holds a BSc in Computer Science and Economics, an MBA in General Management from UWI, Mona Campus. He's a certified project management professional and an authorized training instructor for PMI, as well as a PMI Agile Certified Practitioner. He's also an adjunct lecturer in project management at UWI. Besides that, Mr. Ramukan also serves as a board chairman on El Shaddai's homeschool, where he does a lot of volunteer work. He's a board member of the Northern Caribbean University Distance Education Committee and is a deacon at the Church of God International. He's also lead listening expert in his own counseling, psychology practice, and other areas. He also serves in his country as a justice of peace. And I'll tell you something, when you have finished engaged with LG, as he likes to be called, I think a lot of you will be ready to sign up for this program, because he would really bring out what it is we are looking for as project professionals and why it is we really should take that step further to enhance ourselves and to become certified in our industry. So without much ado, I forgot one thing to tell you, that my name is Carolyn Atom. I am also a project manager by professional, having attained my PMP. I'm also business contingency planning professional, and also a lecturer at Cave Hill School of Business for particular areas in project management as well. But my co-host, LG, as we call him, he is here today to bring you all the relevant information of the new program that's being offered, the Advanced Project Management course, and to really give some insight as to where the profession is going, how do we make the best of being project managers in our profession, and to give you just an insight of other areas around project management. I think this will be an engaging afternoon. The way we have done it is that we are going to take some little breaks and take questions and answers because, you know, we don't want to leave them to the end. So what I would like people to do is use your buttons, your reaction buttons, if you want to ask a question, so that we can just call on persons to do so. So without further ado, I would really, I'll ask LG to start the process and to get you all geared up for that next step.
Okay, wow. Thank you, Carolyn, for that wonderful introduction. And welcome, everyone. How many people do we have in the house? We have over 80 persons in the house, and we're just beginning. Welcome to this webinar, where our focus is on the upcoming course in October called Advanced Project Management. We'll be taking a look at the course outline during this webinar. We'll do a little background just to get your bearings oriented as to what we mean by this, and then engage in some interactive discussions where we have some guiding questions, but as the questions flow, we can jump back and forth depending on what is most important on your minds, because this webinar is for you, okay? It is for you to be able to get your questions answered and to feel a part of the inertia of great things that are in store for you in October. Now, just before we get into advanced project management, let's think about the word advanced. When I think about the word advanced, a picture of some glasses come to mind. And I'd like you to tell me in the chat what things come to mind when you think of the word advanced. And whatever comes to mind, try to relate it to this picture, picture of this glasses. For example, you could say this glasses is sophisticated, and that's what advanced means to you, something that's sophisticated. So give me some words, some keywords, what comes to your mind when you look at this picture of a glasses, and what advanced, anything that is advanced, advanced project management, advanced business, advanced math. Oh, we don't want to go there. Anything that is considered advanced technology, and try to relate it to this picture. There are no wrong answers, so let's just get the chat window blazing. All right, Shania says clear vision, Anderson, future trends, Amy, foresight. Debbie says upgrade. Arlene says new frames, sophistication. Amanda, vision, up to date, beyond the basic. All right, John, yes. We have Ashley says advanced equals beyond basic. Shania, bigger picture. Steve Roy, another level. Yeah, man. All right, great, wonderful. Yeah, so when you think about advanced, you think about all the things that you mentioned. Sophistication, you're thinking about vision. So we're going to see how project management can propel your vision. It will propel your vision of yourself in terms of advancing your own career, propel your vision in terms of the company that you're working in and how you can do more for the company to advance objectives of the company. You see these frames. So a lot of things that we speak about in project management, we talk about frames or frameworks. There are different kinds of frameworks that you can use. And there isn't just one type of framework. There are different types that you can choose, blend, tailor according to your needs. As you look at these reflective glasses, the word reflection could come to mind also. Because if you're advanced, you have to be reflective. Yeah, you have to ponder. You have to, don't take assumptions as they are. Challenge assumptions. Look at the past. Look at how the past can influence the future and what you can do in the present to now alter the future to better outcomes. A lot more answers came in depth. Yes. Foreseeable. I like that, Ricardo. Play on the word see. Stacey says, looking beyond. Blue light blocker, Fettel. That's a good one. Yes, I think a part of anything that you're approaching in an advanced way, such as advanced project management, you also have to be able to block out the noise, block out the things that are not good for you, not good for your team, not good for the objectives as well. Christopher says more in-depth knowledge, skills, and competence, and of course with glasses, not necessarily these cool-looking glasses, but with glasses, you're able to read more, you're able to assimilate more, and develop the right kind of skills. Kimberly, looking modern. Yeah, man, these glasses are kind of ultra modern, really cool. You'd be the celebrity, the talk of the town just by wearing these glasses. All right. So at least we can think of something such as glasses as a symbol of what advanced may mean. Now, since you have on your glasses, I want you to look at this picture. And I want everybody needs to be interactive here. Have your chat window open. Tell me who's the first person you see. You can either say it's a man or it's a woman, or if you know the name of the man or the one, what do you see first? Come on, we have 80, we have almost 90 persons. I want to see 90 responses. All right. So since we're talking about advanced project management, and we just saw that the glasses, we need to all put on the same glasses to be able to see things clearer with greater focus, greater clarity, with better vision. What do you see? All right, so we have some person saying a man, a woman, some person saying Marilyn Monroe, Albert Einstein. If I'm supposed to do a visual check, I think I see more Einsteins here. All right, good. All right, wonderful. Okay, so there's a message behind all of it. So, well, before I tell you the message, if you saw a man and you're still struggling to see the woman, or if you saw the woman and you're still struggling to see the man, right? All you need to do is to squint your eyes, right? Bring your eyelashes over, your top eyelashes over your bottom eyelashes, and look back at the image. Whether you're on a phone, on a tablet, you're looking at this on TV, or by a desktop, it will work. Just squint your eyes a bit, and you're going to see the person that you did not see before. Is that amazing? And I think there's a hidden message in this when we're talking about advanced project management. When we all come to the table, we may see things differently at the beginning, but it doesn't mean that we're wrong. It just means that we need to look at it from a different lens, look at it from a different perspective, right? And then you'll see that both things are at play, but in a blended way. And then now we can talk about context. Now we can talk about, what are we trying to strive towards? What's most important? What's priority? What is a clear picture that we want to see together in this phase, in the next phase? And that's how we should approach each other. There's almost this attitude of humility in being advanced or pursuing something that is advanced. They say the more that you know, the more that you know that you don't know, right? You're humbled by the fact that there's so much to learn. And today we'll be looking at the value of project management. We'll be discussing how you can unlock value in a 4D reality, and also touching on being a future-proof project manager, right? Being ready for the future, right? Having an advanced outlook. All right, so since we're all together, we're all wearing glasses, we're all appreciating that there are different perspectives. Let's look at what is project management by first asking, what is a project? Okay, so a project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So it's temporary, it produces something unique, And it could be a unique product, something tangible, service, something intangible, or a result, meaning if you want to maybe improve the literacy rate, or if you want to increase the pass rate of something, or if you want to improve the efficiency rate, or if you want to improve the return on investment on something. If you want to reduce the crime rate or reduce the mortality rate, or if you want to reduce the number of cases of monkeypox or the number of cases of COVID, right? These are all results that a project can be undertaken, can be taken up with a limited time, it's temporary, to accomplish specific objectives. Now, notice there's another characteristic of a project that we should appreciate. A project is TUP. It is temporary, unique, and it is, watch out for this P, it is progressively elaborated. Progressive elaboration. Now, it says what it means, progressive elaboration. In other words, as you go along in the project, you're able to say more about it or get more information. You'll have more details along the way. In other words, a project is so unique, so never done before in this way, that you won't have all the details, all the knowledge of all the different steps at the very beginning. Usually for a project, you start at a very high level. You know when you want to start, when you want to end, a few milestones, a few checkpoints, a few deliverables that you want to see. You have a general idea of some stakeholders that would benefit from this, but you haven't met with the stakeholders, you haven't looked at all the risks as yet, you haven't looked at all the quality standards and so on, not yet, but at least at the beginning, you have a general view, what you call a summary level of what the project should be. And then as you interact with the different stakeholders, as you get to know the equipment, the materials, the place, the risks, and so forth, you're able to have more specific details, more accurate estimates, and more information becomes available. So it's progressive elaboration. So even if you built a two-story house in Barbados, and then you decided to do the same two-story house in Antigua, it is still unique, even though it's the same blueprint. Why? Well, different laws, different country, different community. You may not have access to the same resources, availability of resources, all sorts of things, all sorts of factors by their combination make it a unique experience. And therefore, you shouldn't just say, oh, been there, done that, turnkey operation. No, it is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. So why is project management important? What are projects all about? Well, projects are about driving change. Now, do you love change? They say that the only person who loves change is a baby with a wet diaper, right? That baby wants to be changed, and that baby will be so happy that you did. But most of us as adults, we don't really like change, because it means that we have to now learn, relearn. It means that our status of importance may be affected. The jobs that we had that everyone celebrated are now going to be relegated to the past because it's not as modern. And changes can affect us in many ways that we become very resistant. So a part of project management or projects is to understand that a project takes you from the current state, the status quo, where your business is right now, and it moves you to a future state. So they say that it's going to take a miracle to get something done. Well, all you say, no, it's just going to take a project that will be all-inclusive, a project that will be all hands on deck, a project that we will appreciate our current state, not to belittle people saying that, oh, why are you making the company run down, and why are you so inefficient and so weak? And no, you appreciate the current state, you appreciate the history, and you are clear about what is a problem or what needs to be improved, and you share a vision. You frame the future in a way that motivates persons to be able to log on to this change, to be a part of the activities, and to support it right the way through. So what is project management? Well, before we actually look at the definition of project management, because after all, this course that we're going to be introducing is called Advanced Project Management, I want to ask you something here. All right. So management, let's focus on that word. Now, there are two F's of management. When I was doing my studies at Harvard, at the Harvard Kennedy School of Business, the lecturer came in and he said the same thing. He said, there are two F's of management. What are they? Can you tell me what two F's you can think of? Type it in the chat. What F's are very important in terms of management, in terms of managing well? What are some important F's that without them you can't manage well? Tell me. Let's see it in the chat. Yes, management can be summed up in two words. And there are two F's. Foundation, funding. Understanding onto something, yes. Finance, money talks, right? Takes cash to care. Foresight, focus, finance, finishing well. Yes, Vanessa. A lot of us can start something and have a big, pretty launch, but can we finish it and finish strong? Flexibility, Shanicia. Function, fair. Colleen says fair and firm. Very good. All right, wonderful. Well, Debbie, you're definitely onto something here. The two F's of management that I want you to remember are efficiency and effectiveness. All right, so you're right on the ball, Debbie. Efficiency and effectiveness. Now, this isn't an English language class or a spelling class. This is a project management webinar. And we're going to advance things. We're going to look beyond just the obvious words, obvious F words. And of course, we're talking about good words here. Management, it is all about how you manage efficiently and how you manage effectively. And project management, in managing a project, it's all about managing change. It's all about managing your team, managing the stakeholder expectations, and doing so in a very effective way. So there's a saying here, and it's an African saying, it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So yes, a lot of us just want to get things done quickly and just move on. But what's more important is that you move together, not just you as a project manager saying that you already know it and you'll just go ahead since nobody else cares. And then you go to the other end of the bridge. You cross the bridge and everybody else still remains over the other side. No, you want to make sure that you get everybody on board. You want to make sure that everyone understands and appreciates the urgency, the importance, why everyone has to play their part and so on. And then you're able to walk together hand in hand. And those are two marks of a successful project, being able to improve efficiency as well as improving effectiveness. So efficiency sometimes is known as something that's short-term, medium-term. Effectiveness, you're looking more at a long-term, medium to long-term. Efficiency, you're trying to get things done quickly, right? A 1-minute manager, right? A 1-minute man, a 1-minute woman, right? That's time focused. No, you need to be more effective. You need to be more focused on impact. You need to be more focused on how this benefits others, the outcomes. You need to be more focused on satisfaction. Now, both are important. So don't get me wrong. You need to make sure that you're improving the efficiency of whatever area that you're working in, that the project is supposed to deliver on. Speed is important. Satisfaction is also important. Cost reduction and cutting costs, finding cheaper means is important, but it can be penny wise and pound foolish. You get the cheaper product, but it doesn't last as long. So therefore you are sacrificing quality, fit for purpose, and it won't last. And efficiency, if you're only focused on that side of things, you are just focusing on, you generally lean towards, or what appeals to you more are shortcut initiatives, and not realizing that stakeholder inclusion is actually even more important at the end of the day. Again, it's not just about going fast alone, it's more about wanting to go far together. So with that kind of backdrop, project management is defined as the application of knowledge, the application of skills, tools, and techniques to meet project requirements. So how do you become more efficient? How do you deliver greater efficiency? How do you become more effective? How do you deliver greater effectiveness? It is by applying knowledge, which you're going to learn in the course. There are various skills and skill sets which you're going to learn and you're going to practice. There are tools and techniques that must be met to meet project requirements. And these project requirements are really the stakeholder requirements. So you have to be in tune with the stakeholder needs, in tune with what they truly want. And believe it or not, sometimes it doesn't take as much money as we think to satisfy a customer. When I was courting my wife, where this month in August is our anniversary month, we're 13 months married now, but before marriage, during courtship, and yes, courtship is still a thing, yes. We, every month, every third of the month, we had a special time, together. It would be a time to just share in a meal or sharing a gift or something like that. And we made every third of the month count for something, right? I so happen to be born on a third of the month. She's born on a third of the month. And we started our courtship on a third of another month as well. So we just kept the thirds going. Now, 3 months into our relationship, I was completely broke. I think I was impressing her too much, too quickly. But by the next month, when the third of the month was coming up, I really didn't have any money. So when I was driving into my house, into the driveway, I saw that there was a mango that was hanging over my side. Yes, my neighbor's tree, but the mango was on my side. So it is my mango, right? So I picked it, a nice East Indian mango, and I wrote, "Never let your man go" on it. And I gave it to her. And believe it or not, it is the most satisfying gift she has ever seen. She talks about it even up to this day, 13 years in. And I didn't pay squat for it. It was the thoughtfulness. It was being in tune with what's most important, the needs. And I was able to apply my knowledge, use my skills with the marker and tools and techniques to meet the most important requirements, right, for that occasion. So likewise, in a business, it's not the big bucks, big money projects that are necessarily the most impactful, right? You don't have to find more and more things to spend on to be more impactful. It's all about being in tune with your stakeholder needs and requirements. If you're with me, say yeah. That is YEA or YEAH. If you're with me, just say yeah. So that you're showing that you're in tune. Oh, thanks everyone. Oh, thanks for the anniversary wishes. All right, great. So project managers play the lead role in planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, closing out projects. They're expected to deliver on a project on time, within budget, and keep everyone in the know and happy. So how do you advance your project management career? We're going to be just talking about the benefits of being a competent project manager. The career of project management is a big thing. Open up your newspapers, go to the career section or go onto any job searching website, and you'll notice that loads of jobs are asking for project management. I was looking at the Sunday paper yesterday, and the amount of jobs, over 65 to 70, almost 70% of the jobs were asking for project management. And it didn't stop there. because some ask for project management training, but others explicitly ask for certification in project management. And they're opening up their net wide to anyone who is certified, whether they are within the country or whether they can come and do the project from a different country coming in, or if they can do it virtually. They're looking for globally certified project managers. And this course, which we'll be speaking about shortly, is geared towards getting you globally certified. But let's look at some of the benefits of a competent project manager. Now, competence and experience are not accidental. You have to be involved in projects to gain experience to be able to be competent. But it first starts off with solid training. And the Sagicor Cave Hill School of Business and Management is a pioneer, top-class university and business school that provides excellent education in project management. We strive towards unlocking value and accelerating the future through project management. We challenge you to go beyond the basics of project management to benefit more from being a competent international certified project manager. So you have to be a good negotiator. You have to have good communication skills. You need to be better organized. You should be able to engage in different kind of sessions with stakeholders, apply technology and business knowledge. You should have a good understanding of expense and the budget and how to track the budget and how to track the schedule, estimate resources, resolve conflicts, manage contracts, coach motivated teams, assess and reduce risks, adhere to quality processes. And all of those skill sets and more are needed in you, the project manager. And of course, with your team to be able to perform well and to deliver extraordinary results. Studies from the Project Management Institute, which is the standard bearer for project management internationally, they've done several studies, and over again, the results are the same. High-performing organizations have more project personnel. In other words, organizations that invest in project management, that invest in people who are focused on managing projects, that invest in having a project department or a project management office or a value delivery office. It comes in different names, but they're project focused. 89% of high-performing organizations include a project management office and have project managers assigned directly to projects that will drive strategy and deliver value. So what we're saying is that project management is indispensable to successful businesses. Business owners are seeking out project leaders. They want the persons with the right vision, with the right glasses, right? With the right frame of mind, the right frameworks, the right skills, the right know-how, and know how to face the biggest challenges to ensure projects are completed successfully, ensuring that you're going according to the schedule, according to the budget. So the project management profession is consistently one of those that are in demand. Listen to this. This came from the talent report from the Project Management Institute 2 years ago. It says, in today's fast-paced, deadline-driven world, project managers are in high demand. You are in high demand. There will be 2.2 million new project management jobs available by 2027, averaging 88 million total jobs in the field. Okay, and these new jobs are coming from new industries being spurred on, more organizations organizing their work around projects, seeing that projects are the enabler to change and to sustain the change. They say that if an organization, the change outside of an organization is faster than the rate of change within the organization, that organization is dying. But if the rate of change within the organization is faster than the rate of change outside of the organization, in other words, you're keeping up with the competition and you're actually leading and pioneering in your markets, then that organization is likely to succeed. And it takes a project to increase the rate of change and to increase the rate of successful change that will be more inclusive and harness greater results together. So project management has always been an important function in business, but now it's on steroids. Now it's like the statistics are showing that, for example, 71% of global organizations have a project management office, and we're going to see that increase by 15% over, that's increased by 15% over the past 5 years, and will continue along that trajectory. So with that kind of background, the Sagicor Cave Hill School of Business and Management is offering the Advanced Project Management course starting October 3. It's a Monday, Wednesday class, 2 classes per week. It runs for 6 weeks, giving you 36 contact hours. Each class is 3 hours, so 3 times 12, so 12 classes. 2 per week, 6 weeks times 2 classes, that gives you 12 classes. So it starts in October, runs into closer to the end of November, and it will take you through advancing your project management career by preparing you for not just 1, but 2 international certifications. Now, earlier in the year, we had our updated course, Contemporary Project Management, in May, and that went very well. It was the first cohort since the updated materials and all things that are happening in project management according to the standards for training institutions. And we're having another one of those courses in February. So there's a contemporary project management course which takes you through the introductory project management material, and then there's an advanced project management course which builds on that. Now, what does that mean for you? Are you ready to unlock value? Are you ready to accelerate your future? Are you ready to go beyond the basic? All right, so the advanced project management course costs $600 US or $1,200 in Barbados. And why it's called advanced? It's called advanced because the persons who will be selected for this course all have project management experience. So for this advanced course, you have to have project management experience, at least 2 years to start the course. And by the end of maybe the course and a little time, you will gain 3 years experience so that you can take what's known as a Pmp certification. That's a project management professional certification. Now, to take the Pmp certification, one of the requirements is that you need to have 3 years project management experience, okay? So that's why for the advanced project management course, that is required. Now, what if you have the experience, but you've never really been formally trained? You didn't really have the basics down, right? You can still take the advanced project management course because the 12 classes are set up in a way where it takes you from ground zero right up to the advanced level to be able to prepare for the Pmp certification. Now, you're able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're able to get 2 for 1, right? 2 for 1 deal. Because with the advanced project management course, it prepares you for 2 certifications, not just 1, but 2 certifications that are in very high demand. We have the Pmp certification as well as the Pmi ACP certification. What's that? What's ACP? It means Agile Certified Practitioner certification. And we're going to break that down to kind of peel the layers for you to understand what is entailed in the Pmp, what's entailed in ACP, what's the difference, what you need to prepare for, what the exam, how much exam costs, and so forth. But what we want to share with you in this webinar is that in October, the Advanced Project Management course will start October 3. And once you have about 3 years experience in project management, doing projects, managing projects, supporting projects in any shape or form, right? this is the course for you. Now, you may say, but I mean, sir, you know, I don't have 3 years consistent project management experience. Where does that put me? Well, the good thing is that the Project Management Institute looks at elapsed time. So therefore, what they're really looking for is that over the past 3 years, you have been working on projects. Even if there are gaps in between, 3 years, you have 3 years worth or 36 months worth projects that you've done over the last 3 years, okay? Where each year you can report or at least note the projects that you have worked on, okay? So it doesn't have to be every single day of 3 years, all right? So there's that flexibility. The reference guides for the Advanced Project Management course are the Pmp Exam Content Outline. So if you type in Google, Pmp Exam Content Outline, you'll see the details there. The Pmi ACP Exam Content Outline. So Exam Content Outline is a syllabus. Basically tells you all the topics that are covered for the exam. So we take you through that. We take you through the questions. We give you all the question banks. We give you everything that you need to know. You don't need to buy an exam prep book. You don't need to buy any additional resources. With $600 US, you are able to get everything you need to be able to advance your project management career by preparing for the PMP and the ACP exam. Shania has a question. What if you just completed a certificate with you in project management? Would it be considered although you do not work in the project management field? All right. Okay. So if you don't have 3 years experience, then if you did advanced project management course, when you're applying for the PMP exam, you won't be able to be matriculated for that exam, right? Because a part of the application process, you need to submit the different projects you've worked on over the past 3 years, okay? And what you can do is you can do the Contemporary Project Management course, which prepares you for the Pmp Certification, which is the entry-level, internationally recognized, internationally certified project management certification that doesn't require project management experience. So we're offering the best of both worlds. You have 0 experience and you want to be internationally certified with the Contemporary Project Management course in February. You have 3 years experience or so, you can do the Advanced Project Management course, okay? D. Thomas says, is this course available online? Yes, it is a purely online live class course. So wherever you are, even if you're traveling between countries, you're able to do this course. So wherever you are in the Caribbean, wherever you are in the world, this course is all online for you. Both the Contemporary Project Management course, which is a basic project management course, and advanced project management course. So let me just review this again, and I'll take questions as you post them. You have the Contemporary Project Management course, which is an introductory course that prepares you for a certification exam. And that certification exam is called a CAPM. CAPM means Certified Associate in Project Management. Once you have a high school diploma, project management experience, you don't even need project management experience anymore. So they have waived that. You should, let me see here. Okay, right. So watch this. Let's read on the left-hand side. Once you have a high school diploma and you have taken our course, the Contemporary Project Management course, which gives you more than the minimum 23 hours that are needed. We give you 36 hours. And in the 36 hours, we actually take you through a project management software as well, okay? Or various project management softwares. So it's more than just teaching head knowledge information. We take you through some practical things so you're ready to work in project management. All right, so the basic Contemporary Project Management course prepares you for this certification, the Certified Associate in Project Management certification. Now, the cost of that basic course, or the cost of that basic exam, the Certified Associate in Project Management, which is an entry-level certification, after you've completed that course, that's a contemporary project management course, you're then able to now apply to do the Pmi exam on your own. If you become a PMI member, as a Project Management Institute member, it is cheaper, it's $225. And if you decide to forego membership, it is $300, okay? And you apply for that on PMI's website, which is pmi.org, pmi.org. But our focus for this webinar is the Advanced Project Management course. And Advanced Project Management course prepares you for the PMI ACP certification as well as the PMP certification. So let's look at the PMP certification first. So the PMP certification is a gold standard certification in project management. All companies that know anything about project management, they seek PMPs. They seek anyone who's trained in project management, anyone who's certified in project management, including the CAPM, but this is a gold standard. You have a wealth of experience, you have been trained according to the different approaches of project management. You have proven yourself with project leadership, some expertise in working in projects. And once you complete the application process and the projects you have submitted are fine, then PMI will allow you to do the PMP exam. The cost for it is $555 without PMI membership. How much is PMI membership, you may ask? PMI membership is $139. It says 139. But watch this now. When you pay $139, you're going to save $150 off of the exam. Okay, so by paying for the membership, you're basically, the membership pays for itself because you're still going to get a discount that is worthwhile, that pays for the membership and more. All right, so bear in mind these costs. And this is what you'd be pursuing after you've completed the Advanced Project Management course. Now, I said that the Advanced Project Management course prepares you not just for the PMP, but also the PMI ACP exam. So ACP means Agile Certified Practitioner. So we take you through all the various Agile methods and Agile practices. And what's an Agile method? What's an Agile practice? It's an alternative way to get projects done faster. It's an alternative way, or it's a suite of tools and techniques that allow you to be able to achieve more value quicker. So what happens is that companies are hiring PMI ACPs because they're able to improve the competitiveness of the company. You're able to release products quicker. You're able to improve on products quicker. You're able to apply technology in a more concerted, cohesive way to projects to be able to achieve more value sooner. And we take you through the different approaches through the Advanced Project Management course, which fits all the checklists, right? All the checkpoints in the checklist to pass the PMI ACP exam as well. All right, let's see if there are any other questions. I like the questions. Let me scroll up. Do you need a degree to be a project manager? No, you don't need a degree. However, by having a degree, the number of hours to be a PMP are less. See it here? So once you have a degree, it says 4-year degree, but once it's a degree, 3-year degree or 4-year degree, once you have an undergrad degree, it's 36 months of leading projects. They've been emphasizing leading projects, but Once you've contributed to a project by coordinating or doing something significant or so, it counts as leading. You don't have to be the project manager to lead. If you don't have a diploma, I mean, if you don't have an undergrad degree, you would need 60 months of leading projects. You need to report on 60 months, which is 5 years of leading projects. So if you have a undergrad degree, you report less months of leading projects. Shania, did I answer your question? He said, what if you just complete a cert? Oh, I did that one. John says, with over 15 years as a clerk of works on projects pass? Yeah, man. Yes, that's more than enough. Now, one of the questions that you may say, but sir, you know, I mean, I've been doing things, but I've never really put it in a form of a project. So, you know, how does that work? Well, the thing is that I'll help to take you through projectizing your past. So you may have done initiatives, you may have done, you know, good work that improves on whatever was there before, but was never in the form of a project in and of itself. I can help you to be able to look back at what you've done, have a start date, an end date, an objective, and you're able to call that period of time a project, okay? So I'll take you through that during the course. Shania says, but what types of projects would be considered in order to gain experience? So projects that help to improve what you do at work, right? Volunteer projects are also included. So if you have done some major projects for your church, a social club, civic organization, and those all count. What does not count are your school academic projects, okay? Those don't count, okay? But anything that is either work-related or voluntary work-related, whether it's for-profit or non-profit, those will be highlighted, or those will be recognized more easily. Emily says, I have the Pmp Certification and bachelor's degree. How do I start the process of getting 3 years of experience needed to qualify for the PMP? All right. I say most project management jobs seem to require PMP and years of experience. So one thing, Emily, is you can look back at what you have contributed to at your workplace and projectize your past, and you can see how many hours or how many months you have built up there. And then between now and say next year when you do the PMP, you are able to at least start building up some more hours for the PMP. Now, I must say, Emily, you can actually do the Pmi ACP exam even before getting 3 years experience. The Pmi ACP exam only requires, what does it say here? 12 months of general project experience within the last 5 years. Okay.
LG?
Yes.
I think one of the things I normally tell my students as well is that if your goal is to do the PMP, whatever work you're doing right now,
yes,
it's really good practice to start documenting whatever you're working on right now. If your goal is to go to becoming a PMP, because sometimes, you know, when we have to start documenting, we kind of forget what we have done. So I encourage my students, basically, if I'm working on a project now, read some of the literature on the project management to see, well, am I in initiation phase? Am I in, you know, what phase am I, what work I'm doing now, what phase is that related to, and start documenting your hours, because it's very important to get your information in a proper way, right?
Right.
Yes, that is one thing I would advise people on this seminar webinar today is start documenting now if your goal is to become a PMP. I think we have a question from Nolisha.
Yes.
Hand it up. Yeah. Nolisha, go ahead.
Yes, hi. Yes, hi, afternoon. I'm really so excited and happy to be in this webinar. To me, it almost feels as if it's divine sort of intervention, because I work along with projects mainly. I work with the government ministry, social development. Of course, I would have done the SIGAD program under Gender and Development Studies at UWI Open Campus, Barbados. And so I work along with projects consistently. However, though, having to search online, I came across this. My question I would like to find out is, in the event that we completed all of the processes, all of the different areas,
Yes.
what does that equivalent to in terms of a degree? For example, meaning that, okay, would it be equivalent to a bachelor's, a master's, or, yeah, that's the question.
Okay, very, very good question. So what you're pursuing here is a professional credential, all right? So the PMP exam and the various certifications that PMI offers, we don't map it to a degree because we're basically comparing apples with oranges. However, the question still remains. I mean, I see Elisa would have asked a question here. How does this course or certificate compare with a degree in project management? Okay, so from what you can see, at least from the eligibility requirements, having an undergrad degree suits you well in terms of having to report less project management hours, okay? So having a degree, whether that degree, undergrad degrees in project management or not, is your best foot forward if you have not done an undergrad degree as yet. Now, in terms of the working world, what employers demand, they're really looking for persons who are internationally certified, not persons who have a master's in project management in particular. Now, you may be saying, I mean, should I do that master's or should I do the certification? Well, from a cost standpoint, the credential will be cheaper than a master's, right? That's one. So if you want to be able to advance your career quicker, doing the credential will be better, and it is internationally certified. The credential is internationally recognized. So you have that huge advantage of being able to accelerate your career quicker than doing a master's per se in project management. Now, if you have an interest in academia in terms of project management, right? So like, for example, doing a doctoral program in project management with a focus on agile project management. If you would like to choose a master's that will help propel you in your contribution to the knowledge within project management, doing a master's would be an excellent way of doing so. And if you're thinking of bringing it to a doctoral level, then the master's is definitely a keystone towards achieving that kind of academic rigor, right? The PMP exam, as it says, is a professional credential. So it's preparing you to be ready for work, ready for the challenges, the real challenges within work, within a shorter time, internationally recognized. So it depends on your horizon. It depends on your academic interests, right? If you're going to be contributing to knowledge or if you're going to be practicing what is already there in terms of the information and project management community. So I hope that helps.
So yes, it does. So I'm gonna have last question in terms of let's say big funding agencies that we work along with, like UNDP, UN Women, UNICEF, and all of the others. Because these are all of the funders that we work along with. So I would like to find out whether or not this program would advance me in terms of, what if I wanted to bid for a position, or what if I wanted to write a proposal, or the whole process of, would that course assist me?
Oh, absolutely. You'll be learning over 33 project documents that are important to consider as a part of your project planning, 18 project management plans and the importance of them. You learn how to tailor them because you don't necessarily need everything all at once. You don't need everything for any given project. So we teach you the principle of tailoring and how to go about that. We also teach you how to be able to access experts that are outside of your immediate circle to be able to learn quickly and make less mistakes and be able to be more successful in your project management pursuit. So yes, this advanced course prepares you for that. So as you can see from this slide, you're welcome. As you can see from this slide, and we'll go to the next question shortly, most jobs today require some level of project management exposure, training, certification. Whether a cashier, yes, a janitor, if you're in merchandise, if you're in the fast food industry, if you're office clerk, a line supervisor, admin assistant, bookkeeper, carpenter, police officer, registered nurse, lawyer, software developer, whether you are already in a project-oriented kind of field, a program manager, a project manager, project coordinator, monitoring evaluation officer, a researcher, systems analyst, organization development specialist, quality manager. Project management skills are indispensable to all these careers. So project management skills are cross-cutting. And PMI has done research in terms of the advantage of pursuing the PMP, which the Advanced Project Management course prepares you for. So on average, right, globally, by pursuing the PMP and earning the PMP, it sets you up to earn about, on average, 25% higher than a person without the PMP. When we look at the statistics for the ACP, it's a similar statistic where the ACP credential is a premium credential that will catapult your income earning in the area of project management. So I have here some statistics, right? We're talking about money here. How much can you possibly earn? Well, this is from various sources here. A project manager, this is in US dollars, 24,000 US, project coordinator, 50,000 US. These are average, and of course, based on the specific industry and business. Junior project manager, 50,000 US. Director project management, 180,000 US. This is per year I'm talking about. Program manager, 125,000 US, and so forth. So the most efficient route to landing one of these high-paying jobs, one of these specialized roles in project management, is to pursue formal training and to be able to have experience backing that to be able to pursue the PMP credential or one of the other credentials that we are highlighting in this webinar. It will help to demonstrate to your current and future employer that you're a lifelong learner, that you're an entrepreneur. In other words, you're working within an organization, but you have the entrepreneurial appetite towards advancing the company's objectives, while the owners take the risk. You advance initiatives through projects, being a change maker, being an implementation professional, being a strategic partner. This is what the course prepares you for. We'll take another question.
I think LG Stavroy has had his hand up for quite a while. So,
go ahead.
And then Andre. Stavroy?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to this really energizing, this informative webinar. First of its kind that I've ever take part in, and I just really appreciate it. I am just overwhelmed with the information. I worked in the fuel industry, and for the last 7 years I have been certified with the comprehensive safety. I don't know if you know that standard. Yes, international. So I have been certified in that. So we work on projects. You have to write permits, overlook the projects, make certain that all the safety standards are in place, make certain that body safety, gas testing, doing all those sort of things. It doesn't happen every day, but it's something that we do. Once projects is there, we got to do those stuff. So I'm saying that being certified for over 7 years, doing this maybe not every day, saying every day, but we do it constantly, and even in the work that we do in terms, we have to plan. I also did projects basic at IBM in Germany. Management and management of change and all the stuff. So I did that, not knowing that I will be reaching to this stage. I've did that since 2019, but I'm really overwhelmed to see that the steps that I have made as I work, my daily work is planning. I plan my daily work. So every day we go to work, we know what we're going to do today. We know what we're going to do tomorrow. We know what we go for the rest of the week. So it's project management. My life. That's
right. And guess what? One of the things that you're underscoring is one thing that we breathe and we talk about a lot. in our classes, which is that life is a project. So a lot of examples that we give, we always relate it back to your life, because your life is temporary, your life is unique, your life is progressive, elaborated, and based on, you know, how your life has unfolded with the certification that you mentioned, the PMP credential will be that crown jewel certification that will even broaden your wing.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm having goosebumps right now. I'm really excited. I know it's not going to be easy in terms of the you know, it's hard work, but I am prepared to do what is there to be done.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yes, you're welcome.
And Andre?
Andre, go ahead.
Hi, good night. I just want to say thank you for having this session. It's very informative. In terms of my question, I currently have a bachelor and I also have a master's. I have like 10 years within the financial sector. So I would have worked on several projects, just as the previous gentleman would have said, from time to time. Some may not be as consistent, but from time to time. So based on this information provided, would this be enough to continue or pursue the certification in the advanced project management?
Yes, absolutely. So you'd be a prime candidate, yourself and Steve Roy, who spoke just earlier, for the advanced project management course. Yes, you fit the profile for that.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right, so just to give you a wrap of what to expect in the course, since we have everyone fully in tune right now. Okay, so it's an online course, and we engage through Zoom and through the learning platform that Cave Hill has, or a virtual learning experience platform, and of course, you know, through WhatsApp for interactive discussions in between classes. So it's a very this class comes to life. Every single class is a boost to have a better day at work, right? It's an eye-opener to see how you can apply the principles right now, even before the course ends. And therefore, we keep the interaction going right through. So the program objectives, the course is designed to prepare individuals to pass the PMP exam, the Pmi ACP exam in fulfillment of the latest exam content outline that has been released by PMI. As I said, it's 12 3-hour sessions that are delivered over 6 weeks, giving you 36 hours of education. For the PMP, you need to have 35 hours of project management education. So this gives you even more than that. For the ACP, only 21 contact hours are required. But of course, I mean, it's a 2-for-1. So you do one 36-hour course and you're prepared in terms of the eligibility for both exams. So, of course, this course is designed for individuals who are intending to be serious enough to take the PMP exam and or the ACP exam, okay? You should possess some basic knowledge of project management, just by virtue of you being in the field, you have managed projects. You may not have the technical knowledge, but you have some general basic knowledge. I mean, for heaven's sake, this webinar alone is giving you some basic knowledge, right? So this is important for the profile of student that we're looking for. The course takes you from bottom right up. We don't assume that you know anything. You may have done a project management training 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and lots of things have changed. So we're not going to assume that you already know. So we'll groom you right up to exam preparation level. Of course, those who are joining us here in this webinar who have done the Contemporary Project Management course, which was held earlier this year in May, you would be easily matriculating into this advanced prep course once you have the on-the-job experience over 2 years, I would say, so that by the time you're doing the exam, you would have the 3 years under your belt. Okay, so we went through the PMP exam, requires a minimum of 3 years practical experience in project management. The exam fee is going to be $555 at the end of the course when you're going to be pursuing the exam itself, or $405 for PMI members. For the ACP, you're required to have 1 year minimum practical experience in project management. And some months, I mean, they're not too hard and fast on this, but they recommend 8 months of approaching projects in different ways, right? What we call agile project experience. You have tried to fast track things. You have tried to approach how you manage your team in a different way. That all counts under agile project management. In other words, it's not the same old bland way of approaching projects. All right, and even if you don't have that, by the end of the course and the months after, you'll be able to at least approach the current projects you're working on to gain these 8 months. The fee for the PMI ACP is $495 regular. If you're a PMI member, it's $435. So if you do the course, which the cost of the course itself, advanced course, is $600 US, and you pay for the PMI membership, yeah, you're able to save $150 on the PMP exam and $60 on the PMI ACP exam. Basically, you're saving $210 by trying to pursuing both exams under one membership year within the same year or within 12 months after doing the course. Okay. Now, the PMI exam is delivered online 24 hours. Okay, so the exam itself, you don't have to go to an exam center. You can do it using your laptop. You can book any time of day. It's like booking a hotel. It's like booking an airline ticket, and you're able to do the exam in the comfort of your home. So here's the course outline as we wrap up things. So it's 12 classes. We go through exam strategies because, again, this is a PMP exam prep course. This is a PMI ACP exam prep course where we take you from ground up. We go through the project life cycles, project management principles, the roles within project management, the project team, fundamental concepts. We look at how the agile process works, which is important for the PMP exam and also important for the PMI ACP. We move from traditional to tailoring. We speak about stakeholder engagement, communications management, scope, schedule, cost, quality, risk, resource, and procurement management. Now you can see the red on the right-hand side. Every class, you're equipped more to be closer to being able to apply and pass the exam, right? So there's a pre-test, you get glossary cards, you get lots of exam prep material. You are encouraged to create your PMI account for free. We give you lots of practice tests, practice quiz games, mini mock exams. We help you to start the application process. You continue with tests, practice tests. And then 2 weeks after the end of the course, we give you, after the end of the course, you have 2 weeks to be able to complete the mock exam that is provided for you online. All right, so it's a no-brainer to get PMI certified. It accelerates your career. You'll stand out from the crowd. It enhances your leadership skills. It's an investment into your future to be recession-proof, to be COVID-proof, maybe, the impact of COVID at least. It gives you opportunities to have more challenging projects. It increases your employability along with much, much, much more. With as you can see here, there are over 1 million PMPs worldwide currently, over 40,000 PMI ACPs currently as well. So just to wrap up, the PMP adds value. The CIO magazine ranked PMP as a top project management certification in North America. And in the top certification magazine a few years ago, at least that's the quotation I have a few years ago, the PMP was ranked among the top 5 credentials, best credentials, most popular, appealing credentials to pursue in 2015, right? And it continues to have that prestige, and we are here to deliver a course that will help to advance your career and advance your dreams in the field of project management. Likewise, for the PMI ACP, we bring you through the different delivery approaches to projects to be able to improve products, improve services within a tighter budget on a shorter timeline. Owners and managers need people who are very agile. We cover different agile methodologies, Scrum, Kanban, feature-driven development, and so forth. And when you look at the statistics, the PMI ACP is the fastest growing project management credential due to the immense shortage of agile practitioners worldwide. So if you want to at least leave this webinar with the difference between the PMI ACP and the Pmp exam, the Pmp exam prepares you along the career track to become an executive project manager, a project leader, while the Pmi ACP exam will prepare you to be an expert agile practitioner, an agile coach, agile consultant. The Pmi ACP covers the agile approaches to project management only, while the PMP covers agile, predictive, incremental, iterative, hybrid, and the works. The Pmi ACP is based on original 2001, original principles circa 2001. Those are the agile software development principles. While the PMP is based on an updated set of principles, which is called the PMI project management principles, which were updated or established last year in 2001. The PMP is known to be more project-oriented, while the ACP is more focused on the product and improving on the product along a roadmap. And so there are distinctions. However, the advanced course covers all the content that is needed according to PMI's exam content outlines, the latest version, in one course, one money, one wonderful experience in project management to deliver great, great results for you personally and for your professional pursuits. So the last few questions, based on what I saw, the last few slides will help to at least answer some questions as we leave. The number of questions. Well, in the PMP exam, there are 180 questions that you have to do in 4 hours, while the ACP exam is 120 questions in 3 hours. Cost of the exam we have covered already. We have looked at the work experience. For the PMP, requires more work experience in projects, lead and directing. For the ACP, less months are needed for that. Now, a question that you may have is, after becoming a PMP, after becoming an ACP, PMI ACP, do you have to do the exam again at some point in time? The answer is no. Once you've done the exam, after you have completed the course and you've applied for the exam and you have passed the exam, all you need to do is that over a 3-year period, you are required to renew your credential by submitting professional development hours, what we call PDUs. For the PMP, it's 60 hours. So this means reading a project management book, watching another webinar, practicing in the project management field, teaching project management, volunteering project management. All of those, over 3 years, you can easily add up 60 hours, 60 professional development units. That's what PDU means, in order to renew once a 3-year clock expires. If you don't submit these PDUs, you no longer are allowed to use a PMP credential thereafter. Same thing for the ACP, just that for the ACP, you submit half of what the PMP requires. And the beauty about it is that if you get both the PMP and the ACP, when you're renewing your credential, once you can cover 60 PDUs for the PMP, you have already covered 30 PDUs for the ACP. So it's a win-win for you as you advance your career in project management.
Thank you.
Are there any questions as we close? And
a few. We don't have time for much. We
Yes.
just take about 2 questions, if there are any. Just a point as we're waiting on if anybody has questions. Again.
Yes, I'd like to ask something, please.
Sure, go ahead, Valentine.
Hi, I am Tiffany Valentine,
Tiffany.
all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. I just want to say I appreciate the webinar. It was very informative. I do intend to join or, embark on doing some sort of project management. I have a question. I'm currently a police officer employed with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service for the past 8 years. I'm a crime analyst there. I also have 2 bachelor degrees, one in history and one in communication studies. I wanted to do the certification, and I was just thinking I wanted to start from scratch because I'm totally new to project management. I wanted some advice on which project management certification to do, like, the steps in which to do it, because I don't want to hang my hat too high, too soon. So I wanted some advice, like which one to do first.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Tiffany, would you say that you have a number of years of experience in projects in and of itself?
Yes, I am a crime analyst. So basically,
Okay,
for
great.
solving murders, I traveled to Tobago and I was instrumental in
Yes.
solving 8 murders. So
Wow.
yes, I do take on projects. I do.
Right.
I'm a crime analyst. Yeah.
All right, great. Right. So the recommendation would be to take the advanced project management course. The reason is because you're eligible to attain the PMP credential, right? Rather than the CAPM credential. And this advanced project management course, don't get too timid in terms of the term advanced, like you're going to be starting as an advanced person. No, we bring you to the advanced level, right? By starting with the basics. So we cover in a very coaching kind of way the things that we would have done in the content for project management course, a basic course. But since the content is shaped a bit differently for the PMP, we wouldn't want you to do the content for project management course, and then you wouldn't be ready, you wouldn't be prepared through that course to do the PMP. So this is a PMP, the Advanced Project Management course is a PMP preparation course. And we take you through, we hold your hands right through, and we take you through with lots of resources in a very fun way to be able to be versed enough to pass exam on your first try.
Thank you, and I appreciate that because I had the exact same concern because of the word advanced in front of it. So thank you very, very, very much. And that was the reason I asked the question. As I said, I didn't want to hang my hat too high, because of the word advanced.
Yes.
So I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate the information here. Very enlightening. Thank you to all the presenters, and it was greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Tiffany. Thanks for asking.
Thanks, LG. So yes, let's close up this. Sorry, Tamara, I didn't see your hand. Go ahead, Tamara.
Sorry, I'm calling in from Jamaica. I'm a teacher and I do a lot of projects with CXC. Of course, I have a bachelor's degree. Would that qualify me for the PMP, or how would I start?
All right. Okay. All right. So in your work experience, would you say that you have done different projects in the various areas of work?
Yes, I've done projects for CXC.
Right. Exactly. Yes. So once you can, if you list some of the things that you have done and it can add up to somewhere close to 3 years experience, you're more than ready to take on this upcoming course in October. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
so,
right.
yes. Thanks for asking, Tamara.
Thanks, LG. Okay, guys, I want to thank everybody for taking time out to really come and get in, some information on the course. We look forward to everybody who was in this seminar to sign up. I mean, if you really think you're not ready for this, there's always the contemporary project management course as well, which LG would have spoken about as well. So you could always go on the website, have a view of what is there. But just one thing, and I think LG spoke about it already. Throughout our lives, we do projects, right? Our whole life is a project. And I would really like to encourage people, because we have a lot of people who are, saying that they're interested in the course, that, and I said it before, you need to start your documentation now. And LG would have also said to you, once you have become a PMP, it's a 3-year cycle. So you need to get into that habit even now, because with your 3-year cycle, when you go to, renew and make sure you keep your certification, you still have to document all the things that you would have done. I encourage people to really, your PDUs are very easy to get when you get your PMP, but it all comes down to a lot of participating in educational aspects of PMP. So I'd really encourage persons even now, with the interest that you have shown, to really go to some of the free webinars, to really get yourself to that level. So on behalf of the Cave Hill School of Business and on behalf of LG, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this afternoon. I would also, there's a questionnaire that was sent in the group by Ms. James. I'd really like to encourage everyone to complete the survey, because that will give us a very good idea of your thoughts on what happened this afternoon, on your thoughts of the program that is being offered, and it will allow Cave Hill School of Business to get in contact with you even after this session. So again, thanks everyone for coming out this afternoon. Thanks LG again for making this so enjoyable. I mean, even if I wasn't doing the class, I might sign up because, I just want to hear LG talk. But thank you everybody and have a good afternoon. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.